So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Dr. Devapatil Vidyapith Center for Online Learning. I am the faculty for this course, that is OMBAIML 303 and OMBBA 305, Performing Analytics with Python. In the last session also, I have covered some part of the Unit 1, that is Python Fundamentals for Data Analytics. So what we'll do, I'll just quickly run through the content that we have covered in the last session, and after that we will continue to the next part of the topic for this unit. So in this unit we are going to learn about the Python data structures and data types, Python operators, what do you mean by event driven programming, what is local variable and global variable, buttons, how to create buttons, and how to create canvas, how to create windows. Then we will see one example of how we can do a static drawing and one example of a timer. Then we'll look at the control functions, control statements and functions. After that, we'll go with concepts of oops, exception handling and file handling. So I think from this entire content of the first unit, I have covered the first part, I think, that is Python data structures and data types. So, but still, I would like to run through with the Python data structures and data types quickly. I hope my screen is visible. So when I say Python data structure, we have two types of data structures. One is called as the primary data types. The primary data types includes integer, float, strings, and boolean. So these are the primary data types that we found in Python. That is integer, float, string, and boolean values. These are the primary one. They are already built in into the Python. And if you talk about the non-primary data type, which are also built in, they are list, set, tuples, and dictionary. So overall, we can say that there are 8 data types available in Python, 4 of which are primary, and other 4 are non-primary data types. All these data types are built in Python. Means what? They are already defined in the Python libraries. So I have explained about this, the non-primary data type, that is list, set, tuples, and dictionary. So basically, what is list? A list is an ordered collection of items, and by using Python, we can create a list. So if you want to create an ordered collection of items, we can define a list. And in list, we can enter the duplicate values as well. So list will maintain the order collection. List will, we can, in that list we can enter the duplicate values as well. And one of the important feature of list is that lists are mutable. Means what? We can change the values of list once it has been created. We have seen with example how to create a list. What is the syntax? The syntax is name of the list is equal to, in a square bracket, we have to specify the items separated by a comma operator. Means what? In a list you can enter different types of values as well. Means what? You can enter integer, you can enter a, a float value, you can enter a boolean value, you can enter a string into a list. Okay, but when I say an integer data type or float data type or string data type or boolean data type, so in an integer variable, we can store only integer, isn't it? In a string variable, we can store only integers. In a Boolean variable, we can store only Boolean values. But here, a list, a set, a tuple, a dictionary, we can enter a different collection of values. So that is the main difference between the non-primary data types and primary data types. So in case of primary data types, if you want to store only integer, we can define integer variable. If you want to store only floating point numbers, we can create float variable. If you want to store a boolean value, what is a boolean value? That is either true or false. So we can create a boolean variable and we can store only boolean values into that. In the same way for string as well. But if I want to store a different values, for example, I want to store the student name, the student ID, the student phone number, the student marks, student address, student email ID in a one place, then your primary data types are not that much useful. So that's why we can use either list, we can use the set, we can use the tuple, or we can use the dictionary. That is the main difference between the primary built-in data types like integer, float, string, and boolean. These are four primary built-in data types. And again, we have four non-primary built-in data types that are list, set, tuples, and dictionary. List, set, tuples, and dictionary will allow you to enter a collection of different values that we have seen. Means what? If I create a list A is equal to, in a square bracket, I can enter name first in a single quote, comma, I can enter a number, comma, again I can enter float value, comma, I can enter the boolean value, I can enter a string again. So it means what? The non-primary data types, non-primary data types like list, set, tuples, and dictionary will allow you to store a collection of different data types as values. Okay. So overall, if you ask me how many data types are there, in matter of whether they are primary or non-primary, I would say that there are 8 data types overall available in Python to write the code or to define the source code. So here we have seen with the example of how to create list, then set. What is the difference between a list and set? All these the non-primary data structures will allow you to enter entirely a collection of different data types. But still there is a difference between a list, a set, tuples, and a dictionary. So if you talk about the difference between a list and set, is that set is an unordered collection of unique items. Means what? Set will not allow you to enter duplicate values, whereas list will allow you to enter duplicate values. And one more difference is that list is an ordered collection, whereas set is unordered collection. Set will not maintain the order. Means what? If I enter name first, if I have entered the ID, name, marks, and address. So in this order, I have entered the data into a set. But when I display the content of the set, you may observe that the order has been completely changed. You may see the name first, after that ID second, then the address, and then the phone number. So means what? Set will not maintain the order. So that's why it is called as an unordered collection of unique items. So if you are not concerned about the order of the items, but you are concerned about the items which should not be repeated, which should not be duplicated, then definitely we'll go for using this set. So depends on the application of your program, the need of your program, we can define different data structures. So a set is an unordered collection of unique items, and sets are employed when an object existence in a collection is more significant than its frequency. So you're not concerned about the frequency. I'm concerned about its existence uh, uh, in the collection. So in that case, I will go for set, not for list. Okay, so how to create a set, how to create the instance of a set. For example, you can give a name to a set, like in this example, set underscore a is equal to in a curly bracket. So when you see a curly bracket, then definitely you are defining a set. When you see a square bracket, it means that you are defining a list, isn't it? So in that way, we need to identify the what you are defining. So define, give a name to the set is equal to in a curly bracket. Now you can enter the items. Again, it can accept different data types, means what it can accept integer, it can accept float, string, boolean as a collection into a single variable. So in a single variable, we can store the record of a student, isn't it? So that is the main advantages of these non-primary data types like set, tuple, dictionary, and list. So here, like you define, like you enter the items into a list, in the same way, we have to enter the items into a set. Only here I have to use the curly brackets when I'm defining a set. That is the only difference. The second difference in terms of its working, in terms of defining, there is only a single difference. If you are creating a list, we have to use a square bracket. If I am creating a set, I have to use the curly bracket. So this is the only difference when we are defining it. But in the working of the set and list, there are two differences. One, set is ordered collection. Sorry, list is ordered collection, whereas set is unordered collection. Set will not maintain the order, list will maintain the order. List will accept the duplicate values, set will not accept the duplicate value. So that is the difference between a set and a list. Then we have seen about the tuple. Tuple is again a built-in non-primary data structure or a data type that is used in a Python. And again, it is an ordered collection of objects. So it is same like list. List is also ordered, tuples is also ordered. But here, when you define a tuple, we have to use the rounded bracket, as you can see in its syntax. Name of the tuple is equal to, in a rounded bracket, we need to specify the items. So again, here I can enter entirely a different collection of items. Means what? I can enter integer, I can enter string, boolean, I can enter float values as well. So it can accept a collection of different data items, different data types. So, and one more difference is that tuples are immutable. Means what? I can change the values of a list, I can edit the values of a list, but I cannot enter, I cannot modify, I cannot edit once the items, once the collection has been created, I cannot modify the the content of a tuple. So this is the difference between list and tuple. Lists are mutable, tuples are immutable. So other than that, list and tuples are same in working. How to define a tuple? Give a name to a tuple is equal to, in a rounded bracket, you can define the items, multiple items are separated by a comma operator. Again, I have also shown this practically in the Google Colab. So just I'm going through with what we have learned in the last session so that you can relate to the when we learn to the next concept, you will be able to remember that, and you will be able to relate to the content which I'm going to explain in the after once I cover this. So the next data structure, that is a non-primary data structure, is a dictionary. Dictionaries are used to store, if you want to store the values in terms of key and value, then we can use the dictionary. So how to define a dictionary? So here we need to specify the key. After that, give the colon and its value. Again, if you want to define multiple pairs of key and value, it should be separated by a comma. So I will show you how to define the dictionaries. So up to this part, up to list, set and tuples, I have shown you how to create uh, the list, tuples and set practically. Now we'll see practically how to create a dictionary. I hope I am audible and my screen is very much visible to all of you. If you have any doubts, you can go ahead and ask. I am just giving you the access now. So just, but unnecessarily don't unmute yourself. So if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and ask your query. Am I clear with this, guys? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I'm going to show you how to create or how to work with dictionaries.
Sir, is it a dictionary mutable or immutable?
Dictionary, dictionary we can change. We can change the content of dictionary.
Oh,
It's a dictionary is mutable.
okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, is duplicates allowed in tuples like list?
Yes, yes. Tuples are allowed. In tuples, you can enter duplicate values. I think I have shown that. See here. First, we have seen. Is my screen visible? Is it visible? Can you
Yes,
see
sir.
the Google Colab?
No, no, sir.
No.
Actually, we
Okay,
are in
okay,
PPT.
okay, okay, okay. Now I think it is visible. Is it visible? Google Colab.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yes.
yeah. You can see that here. In the first, here I'm putting my cursor. You can see here. I have created a list. I have entered Apple 2 times, and I have executed it. So it is very much accepted. It is very much not only accepted, the duplicate values are allowed in list. Okay. So in a list, we can store duplicate values. Now you can see that in a creating a set, if I enter duplicate values, it won't flash any error message. But you can see here, I have entered Sri 3 times. But when I display the content of that set, you can see that only a single time the Sri has been stored into this set that you can see here. So set will not allow you to store duplicate values, although it will not flash any error message, but it will not allow you to store duplicate values. Now see here, we have created tuple, and again in a tuple, I have stored duplicate values. You can see that here, Rahul and Rahul 2 times it has been stored in tuples. So uh, uh, there is no concern. Means what? We can store duplicate values in tuple as well. Only set will not allow you. Now then we come to creating of dictionary. Yes. Can you see the code here? I am highlighting here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how to create a dictionary? So here I have given a name to a dictionary as say my underscore dict. You can give any name except that it should not be a keyword. Means what? Keywords are reserved words. Keywords are used to define the environment. Keywords are used to define the Python source code. So we should not use those reserved words. Other than that, you can use any other words for naming your file, for naming your variable, for naming your function, for naming your class. Okay. So here I have given a name as say my underscore dict is equal to, give some space. After that, in a curly bracket, in a single quote, you can specify the key. So the key is here name. The key is here name. After that, we have to close the single quote and give a colon. After that, again in a single quote, now define its value. It means what? Name is a key and Sachin is its value. So if I have to find, if I have to if I want to extract the name, the value, then I have to use the key. So here, if I use the key as say name, what I will get? I will get as Sachin. If I use as the key as gender, what I will get? I will get as say male. If I use the key as say M status, what I will get here? I will get as its value, that is married. So the values are stored in a dictionary in terms of pairs, key and value. So first we need to define the key, separate it by colon, then specify its value. So this is one pair. See, this is one pair. If you define, if you want to define multiple pairs, then it should be separated with a comma. So this is my second pair, that is gender and its value is a second pair. And the third one is M status is my third pair. So here I'm having three pairs. What is the first key? First key is name. What is the second key? That is gender. What is the third key? That is M status. So if you want to access what is the state, what is the M status, then you have to use the key, that is M underscore status. If I want to find out what is the gender, then I have to use the gender key. So after that, here I have created a dictionary like this. Then I want to print the content. I want to print the content. How I can print? See that here. If I want to print the contents, that is my underscore dict dot values. So what I will get here? I will get the values, that is Sachin, male and married. You can see here. One more time I will execute. You will get the same output. See here. Okay, I will change the name from Sachin to say Sachin Tendulkar. M status, say I will say unmarried, or you can say here, yeah, unmarried for sake of the example. So now you will see that when I say how to print the values of the dictionary, specify the name of the dictionary. In this case is my underscore dict. After that, give a dot operator. Dot is the operator which will connect your variable with the function. So here I'm connecting my variable with the dot values function, which is used in connection with the dictionary variable. So my dict dot values will give you all the values like Sachin Tendulkar, male and unmarried, that you can see here. This is the output of first printf. Here I'm highlighting here. As you can see, the output of the first printf, first print, print all the values. If I want to print the keys, then how I can print the keys? By using the keys function. If you want to print the values, you have to use the values function along with the dictionary variable that you have created. If you want to find out the keys, then you have to call rather the keys function on the dictionary variable with dot operator. My dict dot values function will give you all the values. My underscore dict dot keys will give you the names of all the keys, like in this example, that is name, gender, and M status. So this is how we can create we can define the dictionary, we can assign the values, and we can print the key, and we can print the values. So I hope I am clear with this concept of dictionary. Any questions, guys, regarding this?
Yes, sir. Please put it codes in chat.
Okay. But see that you have to execute as it is. Don't leave any space. If you leave any space in between, means what? If you give us a space before the print like this, then you will get an error message.
Okay, sir.
See here. Here, I have given a space before print. Now you can see that unexpected indent. In case of Python, yeah, the space, the indentation is very, very important. So here, remove the space. There should be no space. So I am giving this code in chat box so that you can execute it. Although there are many, what is widely used during programming, tuple or set or dictionary. Like I said that it depends on your application, what you want to do. Whether you want to store the values as pairs, then go for dictionaries. Whether you want your data, uh, your list to be changed, and at the same time you can enter duplicate values, you can go for list. So it depends on your application, what you want to do in the programming, what output that you want to achieve. So depending on that, you have to use either tuple, list, dictionary, or set in that case. So is it clear, guys? Dictionary is clear to you? I think we are moving very slow. We have to be fast little bit. So is it clear, guys? Please confirm in the chat box. Dictionary is clear conceptually and practically to you. Please give your confirmation in the chat box. Yes, thank you. So this is about the dictionary. Now let's move on to the next part, that is Python operators. So basically, what are the operators? Operators operates on operands. Operators operates on operands. For example, take the example of a plus operator. The plus operator operates on two operands, basically, isn't it? Means what? It requires two numbers. When you talk about the binary plus, I'm talking about the binary operator plus. Binary means two. Okay. So the operators will operates on the operands. So we have binary operators, we have unary operators as well. Unary operator requires a single operand. Ternary operator requires three operands, means three either variables or
Sorry,
three
sir.
numbers.
Sorry to disturb you. There is a Google Colab on a screen. Are
Okay,
you
okay, okay,
sharing a
okay.
PPT?
Yeah. Wait. You see that I'm shifting from the Google Colab
Screen
and
to okay.
PPT, so that's why sometimes.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. It's good thing that you have we have interrupted. Now I think the PPT is visible now.
Yeah, better now.
Yeah. So here I'm talking about the operators which are available in Python. Operators are used to operate on the operands. Take for example a binary operator. Operator operates on two operands. Means what? It requires two numbers, or either it requires two numbers or it requires two variables. Either way, you can use the binary operator plus. So in order to perform the arithmetic like addition, deletion, subtraction, multiplication, modulus, all these things, all these operators are grouped under arithmetic operators. In order to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or modulus, all those operators are grouped under the category called as arithmetic operators. The next one is, we can say, assignment operators. Assignment operators are used See that this is the order is here. I have defined the order is not that important. Here I have taken randomly. It doesn't mean that arithmetic operators are given the first choice and assignment operators are given second choice. So don't take in that way. Here I have just taken randomly. So arithmetic operator, after that the assignment operators I'm explaining here. Assignment operators are used to assign the value to a variable which is on to the left hand side of the is equal to sign. So we have simple assignment, again we have compound assignment as well. We will see that how we can use simple assignment and how we can use compound assignment. What is the difference between a simple assignment operator and a compound assignment operator? Then the next category is the comparison operator. If you want to compare two numbers for equality, for non-equality, for greater than, for less than, for greater than equal to, or for less than equal to, then we have to use the relational, or we can say comparison operator. What is the relation between two operands, between two numbers, between two variables? Whether one number is greater than the other one, or whether both number are same, whether both number are not equal to, whether a number is less than or equal to. So all those uh, tasks, that is finding out the relationship. What is the relationship between two numbers? If A is greater than B, then I want to do this thing. If else, I want to do another thing. So for example, if age is greater than 18, then allow that person into the cinema hall. Else, do not allow that person into cinema hall. So such a kind of giving a condition, checking the condition, we can use the comparison operators. So based on the result, and one more thing that you need to remember, that the output of the comparison operator, the output of relational operator is only a Boolean value. Means what? If I say here A is greater than B or 10 is greater than 5, what is the output of this statement? The output is either true or false. So in this case, if I say 10 greater than 5, so it's a true. So I will get true, TRUE. On the other hand, if I say 10 greater than 100, what I will get? I will get FALSE, false. So true and or false, I will get as a result for every comparison or every statement which involves a comparison, or rather when you are comparing one operand with other operand, the result is always either true or false. That is, a Boolean value is the result of comparison operators. Then we have the logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions together, isn't it? So for example, if I want to check that that person should be a male and his age should be greater than 18, then only he will be allowed into a cinema hall. Now, how to combine these two different conditions into a single condition? For that, I have to use the logical operators. And what are the logical operators available in Python? That is either or, that is or, and not, or and not. These are the logical operators available in Python, so that we can combine multiple conditions. Say for example, if age is greater than 18 and gender is equal to male, then allow that person into cinema hall. Else, do not allow that person into a cinema hall. So to combine multiple conditions, we can use the logical operators. You will see that with the example. Then we have the identity operators. Means what? Identity operators are used to check whether two variables, whether two objects are pointing to the same memory location or not. See that when you create a memory variable, or when you create a variable, every variable is stored into the memory, isn't it? and every memory location is having a number, a unique number, so that the system can able to correctly identify that memory location, or to fetch the value. To fetch a value from a memory location, we should have some mechanism, that and that mechanism is used by the system is its memory location number, that is unique. So if two memory variables are pointing to the same memory address, it can happen, na? It can happen. I create another memory variable. Both memory variables are pointing to the same memory location. So I can check whether variables, whether two objects are pointing to the same memory location or not. And in order to do that, in Python, we have identity operators. From the name itself, you can guess what is the work of identity operator. It will give you the identity of the variables, whether two variables are same or whether two variables are different. The next operator is a membership operator. The membership operators are used to check whether a given variable belongs to a particular collection or not. Suppose that I have created collection as say number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my collection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want to check whether the number 7 is present into the list or not. So I can use the membership operator. Whether that given number is present in your list or not, that can be checked with the help of membership operator. In, not in are the two membership operators that we can use in case of membership. Then we have the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators are used to work on single bit. So for example, the data is stored in a memory in terms of bits or in terms of numbers only, isn't it? Even if you write the code, how the data is stored into the memory? Is it stored like in the same way, like by using the English alphabets? No. The alphabets are first converted to a number. Then that number, either 0 or 1, it should be either 0 or 1. Then it will be stored into the actual memory location. So it means that if you see in a lower level, or if you go to the memory at a very lower level, and at a particular memory address, what you get? You get a stream of zeros and ones only. You get only a stream of zeros and ones only. So it is because of the operating system, it is because of the interpreter, we could be able to read. What do you mean by 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 0? The machine will interpret those binary content, and the machine will convert that binary into our decimal or into the alphabets. Then only we can able to read it. But if you want to work on bitwise operators, if you want to develop a system program, a system level programming, if you want to write, if you want to develop an operating system, then definitely you need to know about the bitwise operators. You need to be you need to know what are the bitwise operators and how they operates. If you are willing to develop a system level application, a system level application directly interacts with the CPU. So for example, the drivers, the print drivers, if you want to create a print drivers, definitely it is a system application. So when you are developing a system level application, definitely we need to know, definitely we have to use the bitwise operators, which will directly instruct the machine, that is zeros and ones, isn't it? When we write a program, our source code, we are writing it into a English language, but that is not going to be understood by the CPU directly. So what the compiler will do? The compiler will convert the English, the source code that we have written into 0 and 1s. Then only your CPU execute that code. So here, because of the compiler, the task of the programmer is becomes very easier. Otherwise, only computer scientists would be able to write a simple computer program. Even if you want to write a simple computer program by using binary language, by using machine language that is only zeros and ones, it would be very difficult, I would say. Because if you want to store a single character, we need to convert that single character into its equivalent binary code, that is 010101. So that would be very difficult if you would be able to write, or if you have to write a program by using only machine level language, that would be very difficult thing. So this is because of the compilers, modern compilers, that we could be able to write the programs in any language. Yeah, so I'm not able to copy the code. Why? Nagaraj, why you're not able to copy the code? Okay.
Not getting, sir, actually. I tried to copy, but it's not happening.
Is it copy? Have you copied it now?
No, sir.
But why? What is the error?
No, no, not, it's letting me, it's not letting me copy the option. Copy option is not, I think.
Okay. In any way, I will share the code later on.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now we will see the operators one by one. So for example, like I said, that if you want to perform the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponentiation, and floor division, we have, for addition, we have plus sign. For subtraction, we have the minus, multiplication, asterisk, division is a forward slash, modulus is a percent sign, the exponentiation is a double asterisk sign, and floor division is double forward slash. As you can see in the example here, either here you can put a number directly here. If I'm saying here x plus y, means what? X is a variable, y is a variable. So you can put either number directly, or you can put the variables which contains the numbers. So I think there is no need to explain or go to the explanation part of this arithmetic operators. These are the basic things that we will that we have used in our schooling, in our colleges, when we have studied it. Only difference is that multiplication, you might have seen a different sign for multiplication, and for modulus again you here you are observing an entirely a different operator. But having said that, how it will operate? What modulus will give you? Modulus will give you the remainder, isn't it? Division will give you the result of division in a integer and decimal place. If you want to find only the division in only integers, then we can go for using the floor division. That is the difference between a division and a floor division. Division will give you the output in integer plus decimal places, and floor division will give you only the output of the division in only integers. It will simply truncate the decimal part. So now the next one, that like I said, the assignment operators. As you can see here, I have shown you the simple assignment operator plus the compound assignment. So here, first one is is equal to sign. So example, x is equal to 5. If I'm using the compound assignment for plus, then so the for is equal to sign, there is no compound assignment. For next onwards, that is for plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, we have compound assignment. So now, if I want to perform, say x is equal to x plus 3, x is equal to x plus 3. How I can write? I can write by using a simple, this one, simple operator, that is plus, or else I can use the compound assignment, that is plus is equal to. like this. Plus is equal to 3, which is equivalent as x is equal to x plus 3. So either we can write x plus is equal to 3, or we can write x is equal to x plus 3. What is the advantage? The advantage is this will provide you the compound assignment operator will provide you a shortcut. Every time you don't need to specify x is equal to x plus 3, x is equal to x minus 3, x is equal to x into 3, x is equal to x divided by 3, x is equal to x modulus 3, x is equal to x floor division 3. So this is how we can use the operators. So for all operators except the is equal to sign, we have the compound assignment. That is for plus, for minus, for multiplication, for division, for modulus, for floor division, for exponentiation, for the and, for the or, for the bitwise right shift, bitwise left shift as well. So this diagram itself will give you the clear idea about the difference between a normal normal assignment operator and a compound operator, compound assignment operator rather. Am I clear with this concept of assignment operators and compound assignment operators? Any query guys regarding this? Sir, please share PPT also. Yes, PPT is available on the Swayam. Guys, PPT is also available on the Swayam. The same PPT I'm using here. I'm not using a different PPT from Swayam. It is available on Swayam. Just visit Swayam to the first unit. You will have at the end of the unit, you will have the lecture handouts. Is it clear, guys? Any queries regarding this? Some of us do not have access to Swayam. Okay, I will share it in the WhatsApp group. I will share it in the WhatsApp group. Is it clear? Shall I go ahead? Yeah, thank you. Now come down to the assignment operators. Comparison operator, or we can say the logical operator, the relative operator or relational operator. Comparison operator, you can call it as a comparison operator, or you can call it as a relational operator. By using the comparison or relational operator, we can find what is the relation between two variables, between two numbers, whether the two numbers are equal, whether they are not equal, whether one is greater than other one, whether one is less than other one, whether one is greater than or equal to other one, or whether one is less than or equal to the other one. So for that we have, if you want to find out, if you want to check that whether two numbers are same, means what? Whether two numbers contains the same value, then I can use the operator that is equal to is equal to. And like I said that the output of all comparison operator statement is either true or false. So if x contains 10 and y contains also 10, and if I say here x is equal to y, then I will get true, because x and y are having the same value, that is 10. If x and y are having different values, then I will get a false as the output. So remember that the output of the comparison operator or the relational operator is always a Boolean value. It will tell you whether the statement is true or false. That's it. If you want to find out whether one number is not equal to other one, then I can use the not equal to comparison operator. For greater than sign, if you want to find out that whether a number is greater than other number, then I can use the symbol, that is, we can say the right hand arrow sign for greater than, and for less than the uh, less than, that is the arrow which is signing to the left, that is left arrow sign for less than, and the right arrow sign to check for greater than. To check greater than equal to, then you have to use the equal to sign before the greater than symbol. And if you want to check for less than equal to, then we have to use the is equal to sign after the left hand arrow sign. So with example I have given here. So this is the use of comparison operator to check the relation between two numbers or two variables. So now the next example is about the logical operators, that is and or not. So here, like I said, that the logical operators are used to combine two conditions and check whether two conditions are true, or if one of them is true, the other one is false, or if they are not true. If a condition is not true, then I can use the not. If I have to check two conditions, then I can use the and. So the and, if you use the and logical operator, then both the conditions must be true. Say for example, x less than 5 and y is less than 10. Suppose that here the value of x is say 4. Consider that the value of x is 4, and now I am giving the statement as say x less than 5 and x less than 10. So what I will get? I will get true, isn't it? Because both the conditions are true. That is x, that is 4 is less than 5, and x, that is 4 less than 10. So both the condition are true, then it will give you a true value. But now consider that x is having a value at say 6. So now here the condition that is x is not less than 10 will be will become false. So it will give you a boolean value as false. So it means that in order that the and logical operator has to give a true value, then both the condition means what? This one, x less than 5 and x less than 10 must be true. Then only this statement will give you a true value. Otherwise, you will get a false value. So the and logical operator requires both the conditions must be evaluated to true. On the contrary, the or logical operator requires only one of the condition becomes true, then the result would be true. For example, if x is less than 5 or x is less than 4, then I will get the result as true. Means what? It requires only one condition to be true. Now say let's consider that the value of x is say 3. So now here the condition I can write here as say x less than 5 or x less than 10 or x greater than 10. So here if I write here x less than 5, so and consider that the value of x is having 3. I have given the value as 3. So now if I say x less than 5 or x greater than 5, so now I will get the result as true because here I am using the or condition. So here the first condition is true. The value of x is 3, which is less than 5. So definitely I will get the result as true. Not is the reverse of the return. Means what? That condition should not be true. Condition should not be true. Means what? X should not be less than 5. Then only this will give me a true value. Otherwise, I will get as a false value. Means what? The value of x should not be less than 5. If the value of, consider that the value of x is say 10, it says 10, I am giving as not x less than 5. So what it gives me? It gives me the result as true because I am using not, that is the negation. opposite result. Means what? It should not be. Whatever condition that you give here, this one, it should not be true. Means what? The value of x should not be less than 5. If the value of x is less than 5, you will get a false value. But if the value of x is say 10, so by using the not operator, you will get true. So the condition must not be true. Whatever condition that you give here, it should not be true. That is what we have to remember only when we are using the not. Not means what? We are checking for negation. We are checking for negativity. Means what? That condition should not be true. That condition, for example, age, not age less than 20. Means what? Age should not be less than 20. If the age is greater than 20, then it gives me the result as true. If the age is less than 20, suppose that the age is 18 and I have given as not x less than 20. So what I will get here? I will get false because the condition here is true. So if the condition is true, then the not operator will give you a false. If the condition is false, then the not operator will give you a true value. That is how the logical not operator works. We are using the not operator for negation. Reverse the result. Returns false if the result is true. Returns true if the result is false. Vice versa. I hope you understood the logical operator as well. If you have any queries, you can please write your query either in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Which WhatsApp group? Please share the link of group. Okay. Okay, I will share. Yes.
Sir, I'm confusing with this not operator. Can you show in
The practical.
this?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I will show you. See that here I am just giving you the example. I will show you practically. But still, I will explain further that suppose that the value of say age, I have given age as say 18. Okay, I have given the age as 18. Now, I don't want in my programming that the age should not be less than less than 20. I don't want the age than 20. So in that case, what I will do here, I will use the not condition, not age less than 20. So if that fellow, if that person is having a age less than 20, then I would not consider him for giving the next facility. That is for negation. Without using not also we can check the condition, but it is been given, so we can make use of it. Means what? We here by using the not, here what we are doing here, we are checking for that this condition should not be true. X less than 20, X should not be less than 20. If X is less than 20, then it will give me false. If X is greater than 20, then it gives me true. So this is the reverse result. It will give me the reverse result than the normal one. What we think that if X is less than 20, then do this, else do this. That is the normal way, isn't it? But here I want to negate the condition. If not age less than 20, then do this, else do some other things. So the condition should not be true in case of when you are using the not logical operator. If the condition is true like this, x, the value of x is less than 5, then this not operator will give you false. Why false? I'm using the not. Means what? The value of x should not be less than 5. In that, we can interpret like this. The value of x should not be less than 5. Then only this not operator will give you a true value. Otherwise, it will give you a false value. I will show you with an example later on when I turn to collab. Here I'm just explaining the operators. So once I complete this explanation part, I will be moving to the collab notebook. Now the next operators are the identity operators. Like I said, that whether two objects are pointing to the same memory location or not. So this is very important. Suppose that here x is having a value as 10 and y is also having a value as 10. Both are two different memory variables. Both are stored in two different memory locations. Remember, assume that x is a separate memory variable and y is also a separate memory variable. Means what? Both variables are stored at different places, isn't it? So now if I use the is identity operator, like is, that is x is y, what I will get? I will get false. So again, you can see that the result of this identity operator is also a Boolean value. It will tell you whether x and y are same objects, they are pointing to the same memory location or not. If they are pointing to the same memory locations, it means what? A single memory location is having two names. That's it. I am referring the variable by two names. I am referring it as x and I can also refer it as y. Say for example, the memory location is 1001. Assume that memory location is 1001 and here the same memory location is referred as x and also y. Means what? I have created a duplicate copy of this x. So when you create the duplicate copy, when you create the Xerox copy of a variable, then what happens here? The memory address of these two variables is same. They are pointing to same memory location, that is 1001. So for such a kind of thing, if I have to check that whether two variables are pointing to the same memory location, then I should delete one memory variable. Why I should waste my memory? Isn't it? So in order to find out such variables, that whether two variables are pointing to the same memory location or not, if they are pointing to the same memory location, then there is no use of the other one. So a better way, I should remove that other memory variable. So for such kind of practicality, such kind of purpose, objective, I can use the identity operator. They are is and is not. Is used to check whether two memory variables, two objects are referring to the same memory location. If they are, then it will give you the is identity operator will give you the true value. If they are not, then it will give you a false value. If x is different, having a unique memory location, and y is also having a unique memory location, means what? Two variables are totally different. They are stored in totally two different locations in the memory stack. Then definitely if I use x is y, I will get as false, because x and y are two different variables. They are pointing to two different memory locations. So that is the use of is. On the reverse, is not. So for example, x is stored at different location, y is stored at different location, and I'm using is not. Yes, it will give me a true. Means what? X is different, y is different. And if I say here x is not y, yes, I will get true value. That is true Boolean value. Like this, x is not y. So, for example, if this x is y, if I am getting a value, a boolean value as say false, x is y, I am getting a boolean value as false. Means what? X is different, y is different. Clear? So now I use the is not on the same two variables, that is x is not y. So what I will get here for the second one is not, which boolean value I will get? May I know the answer from you guys? X is not y. What I will get boolean value, true or false?
False.
False. How
No,
false?
it's,
True,
no,
true,
it's true,
true,
sir. True,
true.
true.
Because x and y are different. Is not means what? X and y should not be the same. They both should not be identical. Identical in the sense that both memory variables should point to the same memory locations. Means what? Memory location is same, but I am referring it by two names because I have duplicated. I have created a duplicate copy of that variable. So that's why even though the name is different, the memory location is same for x and y. So if I say x is y, if both are referring to the same memory location, I will get as say true value because both are referring to the same memory location, that is 1001. So now consider that x is not y. Now what I will get here? No, I will get as false because x and y are same. Listen very carefully. Here I have considered, what I have considered, x and y are pointing to the same memory location. Means what? X and y are same. X, y is the nickname, we can say y is the alias name for x. Means what? Both are pointing to the same memory location. So in that case, if I use is, I will get as true. And if I use is not, I will get as false. Why? Because x and y are same. They are not different. If I'm saying if x and y are two different memory variables in terms of their memory locations, x memory location is say 101 and y's memory location is say 102, and I'm using x is not y, I will get true. Yes, x is stored at 101 and y is stored at 102. So in order to find out whether two variables, whether two objects are identical or not, I can use the identity operator like is. The second one is not. So before I could end this session, I think the time is, yeah, we have time, na? Is it, time is over? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
We
before I,
crossed 1 hour.
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay, okay. Before I could conclude this session, I'm giving you the feedback form for this session. And I request all the learners in this session to please give your feedback. Your feedback will help us in improving the quality of our lectures. And
So we could
as your,
also share the WhatsApp group link which you were talking about.
okay, wait.
Yeah.
What I will do rather, I will paste the PPT in the chat box itself. So give me 1 minute.
Okay.
So instead of again creating the group and,
Oh, we thought there is already a group going on.
but there are, do you have a group for this AIML?
Yeah,
Yes,
we do
sir.
have a group for BA differently.
Okay, even though I will just give me a minute. So I have given the feedback link in this chat box. Please give your feedback. And I'm giving you the PPT in the chat box as well. Wait a minute.
Sir, why? Because we have different groups for different specializations. So we
Okay,
have
okay. No, no,
the
I'm not
unofficial
talking.
groups as well. Yeah.
Wait. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the faculty. Yeah. So here we go. Give me a minute. Thank you guys for joining this session. See you in the next session. Until then, a very goodbye for now. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Wish you the